Hey guys, so today I thought I would do my skincare routine, and I thought I would go ahead and do this now because I'm finally at a point where I'm happy with my skin again. I'm happy with the way that it is and the complexion that I have, and I feel like the skincare routine that I have now is the only one that's ever really worked for me. I don't want to say that I had acne before or that I had really bad skin, but I have oily skin and I do have breakout prone skin, so for a long time it was hard for me to find a regimen that kept it under control completely, or at least almost completely. So basically I switched my entire regimen, and I did it the last day of school we had in December. I went shopping and I was like, you know what, I have 2 weeks away from school. I can buy, new products, and I can really dedicate myself to using them for 2 weeks straight. And I know it takes a month or so for your skin to actually show the results that it's going to give you with the products, but I felt like I'm going to have time for my skin to get used to what I'm using. My skin won't be as bad because usually when I switch products, my skin gets worse and it gets better. So I bought the Clinique 3-step acne skincare kit, and then I bought the Burt's Bees acne solutions kit too. So I have a drugstore one and a department store line that I do, but I kind of work them together, and that's kind of what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and start off and tell you guys what I do. So I'm going to start off with the morning time, and what I do when I wake up in the morning is I use my Clarisonic Mia. This is the zebra one. Mia. And if any of you don't know what a Clarisonic is, it's basically by the makers of the Sonic toothbrushes that you see, in dentist offices or in Walmart or Target, wherever you shop. And this is just like a Sonic face brush, and basically it buzzes, it spins, and it cleans your skin really well. It's supposed to be, I think, 7 times better than just soap in your hands alone. I don't know, but so I bought the Clarisonic, and I was like, I've heard a lot of people say their skin got really, really bad before it got better because the Clarisonic brought up everything that was, underneath your skin, I guess. So I was like, I really don't want that to happen and me have to go to school, so I got it that last day, and I was like, I'm going to use it for 2 weeks, and at least I'll give it time for my skin to kind of freak out before it calms back down. So I use that in the morning, and then I use, or with the Clinique acne solutions. Oh, it's bright. I don't think that helped. Acne solutions cleansing foam, and it says 2 to 3 pumps. I sometimes do 2, sometimes do 3. It just depends on, I don't really know what it depends on. Sometimes I do 2 and sometimes I do 3, and I don't know why. And I just pump it onto the Clarisonic brush after I get this wet. I get this wet with warm water, pump the soap, and then I wash my face with this for a minute. It's timed. And then, I pat my skin dry, rinse it with warm water, pat my skin dry. And then I take a cotton ball or a cotton pad, whatever you want to call those, and I use the Clinique Acne Solutions Clarifying Lotion. Or it's a toner, basically. And so I let that dry, and then together I use, actually not together, then I put the Clinique Acne Solutions Clearing Moisturizer. Why is it so bright today? Clearing Moisturizer. Yeah, I was about to say clarifying, I can't read. And then I kind of let that sit while I'm brushing my teeth or something like that, and then I think that was my dog, I'm sorry. After that, I use the Burt's Bees Natural Acne Solutions Daily Moisturizing Lotion. And, okay, I have really oily skin, so I tried using Philosophy Hope in a Jar, which is a really hydrating moisturizer, because some people say, if you have oily skin, you should be using an oily skin moisturizer because that makes your skin dry out, and then your skin breaks out and makes more oil. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. And so I tried using that. No, it did not help at all. It was bad. So, I tried a whole bunch of moisturizers that just really didn't do the job or didn't do the trick. So when I found this one, I was like, that sounds like a good one. It's 100% natural. Says so. Focus. Right, I can't see the mirror. Right there, I fail. That backwards cameraing. It's not a word, but I just made it a word. So I use this, and then I let that kind of soak in a little bit. and then I go do my makeup in the morning, and that's what I do in the morning. And at night, what I do is in the shower, or actually, I take my makeup off, and I didn't bring it in here with me. I have the Sephora, like, liquid eye makeup remover, and then I have the Almay eye makeup removing gel. So depending on which one I grab, I use both of them. They both work pretty well. I take my eye makeup off, and then I use the Burt Natural Acne Solutions Purifying Cleanser, and that's 99.4% natural. I use that to wash off my makeup. I wash that with, I wash it off with my hands, and then after that, I take the Clarisonic again, and I take the the Clinique face wash, and I pump 2 to 3, depending on absolutely nothing, depending on me. And then I wash my face with the Clarisonic, and then I rinse this off, put the cap back on, let my skin dry, that sort of thing. Then I use the toner again, with a cotton pad, whatever you use. And then I use the clearing moisturizer. I keep saying that's clarifying. I just can't read. And then once I put that on, if I have, any blemishes, breakouts, whatever you want to call those, depending on how bad it is, I'll either use the Burt Natural Acne Solutions spot treatment, and it's kind of weird. If you've ever used tea tree oil, it kind of has a package like that. It's weird, like, when it comes out, like, it's just like a dropper, and you either drop it, I don't really know if you're supposed to drop it on your finger or if you're supposed to put it on your face, but either way it kind of gets messy, and it smells like tea tree oil, in all honesty. But it's supposed to be from willow bark, which is a tree, but it's not the tea tree. So if I just have, small blemishes that kind of just start coming, I put that on those, and basically you just dab it in there and it dries. I either do that, or I use the Bye Bye Blemish drying lotion. And for those of you that have heard of the Badescu drying lotion, this is actually essentially the same thing. I used to have that in the plastic bottle, not the glass one, and I find that it dried out really, really quickly, and I don't really know what made me get this, but I was like, I'm going to try this instead. So I was like, I'm going to try that, and I did, and I actually liked it a lot better. I felt like it didn't dry out, and it separates, like, okay, when this isn't all shaken up, I can't talk, it'll be half clear, half pink sediment. Of course, this one's almost empty, so you can't really be the judge on that one. And you're supposed to dip a cotton swab into the pink sediment part, and then you put dots of it on your face. And basically, it dries up any nastiness on your face overnight, and you wash it off in the morning, and it's gone. It's magic, and it's lovely, and I love it. So basically, if you were going to get one or the other, I would go ahead and get that one, because it's the same thing, and it's cheaper, and it doesn't dry out, and it's just awesome. So I do that, and then sometimes if I have sections of my face that are breaking out, like say right here, or like on my cheeks or something like that, I would use the Clearasil Daily Clear Vanishing Acne Treatment Cream, and I would just put that on those areas. And then on the days 2 or 3 times a week, depending on, I say depending on, but it doesn't really depend on anything. I either do it 2 or 3 times a week. I use an exfoliating scrub, and I like to use the Badescu Strawberry Face Scrub, and basically it looks like that. It has a bunch of strawberry seeds in there. It smells just like strawberries. It's amazing. And it says it's for all skin types, so everybody should be able to use this. I love it. I think it's not that harsh. It doesn't burn my skin. It doesn't break it out like some really harsh scrubs can do. They really like dig down into your skin and just like hurt it. And lastly, sometimes, I don't want to say all the time because it's not all the time at all, like sometimes I get like, I don't want to say like zips or blemishes or anything like that on my chest or my back, but it's just like, I don't want to, like, it's like my skin doesn't renew itself enough, and so I start to get like bumps there. And so to prevent that, I use the Oxy Acne Solutions Exfoliating Body Scrub, and it's just a salicylic acid body wash basically, and that just helps chemically exfoliate my skin, and it gets off, you know, any bumps that would try to pop up there. So that keeps that under control. And a lot of people have said that Oxy is a men's brand, you know, that's for boys. I don't really care, because it doesn't smell like a man. It just smells like clean. So, and I don't really, that's not the only thing I use. I just use that on my chest and my back. So I don't really care what it smells like. I mean, if it smelled like a man, I probably wouldn't buy it, but it didn't. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use that. And I also use 3 face masks that I didn't bring in here for some reason. I use the Best Bath Store Dead Sea Mud Mask. I use the Clean and Clear Blackhead Eraser Mask. And then I use the Formula 10.0.6 Deep Down Detox Bergamot Sea Salt face mask. So I didn't bring them in here, but I'll have them linked. I'll link all of these products in the down bar if you guys want to go check them out or find out more about them. So I'm sorry if I seem kind of rushed in this video. I'm kind of in the midst of trying to do homework and film this and then get out the door for dinner, so I'm really sorry about that, and I will have more videos coming your way soon once I figure out what I'm going to do. I'm kind of trying to figure out what videos would be interesting for you guys to watch, or what videos you guys would like to see. So if there's anything that you would especially like to see me do or attempt, I will do anything you guys want to see. So if you have a request, please message me or comment or something like that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.